Welcome to Heard of Your First, episode 6 with your boy Max. And Heard of Your First is a conversation created for the future. Heard of Your First is where I get the chance to talk to young-minded, entrepreneur, business-minded people. Creativity, bringing the community together and creating a platform and a safe space for all of us. Heard of Your First. And today, man, I got a really, really special guest in the building. As y'all already know, my boy Leo from Community Gardens.
Oh, there you go.
What's good with you, bro? How you doing, Leo?
Good. How are you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm having a great time. It's been a full day already.
Yeah.
I feel like I just want to get right into it. You know what I'm saying? Let people know who you are and what you do, bro.
Yeah. My name is Leo from Community Gardens. Community Gardens is my community brand that I get to use to showcase different subcultures in the community. So doing collaborations with like Throwbacks Northwest, showcasing the vintage scene, vintage sportswear premium shop out in Capitol Hill for a storefront for 15 years. Collaborations with like Recess, Sneaker Boutique, Resell, 12 years storefront in Seattle. So just doing collaborations that just get to tell the story of the Northwest.
Man, that's dope. So you from Seattle, is it like your base, like childhood-wise? Did you grow up out here, high school? How was life out here?
Yeah, I'm from the east side, so I'm from Bellevue, Kirkland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a nice side of town.
I was there before it became everything it is, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Like, it was pretty crazy, actually. Everything's, like, way different now.
Yeah, bro. That's what's up, bro. So me being out here is like, it's like a whole nother transition, right? Trying to understand, like, people, like, places and you know how life is, but I think Seattle got its own base, and it's like a really good creative scene, and like just being able to like reach out to like guys like you or like like other people who work with colors and everything like that is such a strong network that when I get a chance to talk or like have a conversation, I just want to, you know what I mean? I'm just like I just want to get to know like how you were making it possible and like things that you get to share with us. You know what I'm saying? So I mean. You told us a little bit about yourself, bro. Let's break the ice. If you could define yourself in 3 words, what would it be?
3 words. Collaborative.
Okay.
Like, I collaborate with a lot of people.
Right.
I just love it. Like, I think, like, it just I love working with people. Like, creating things. Like, we were at the farm earlier today. You know, I was creating something. And, like, just being able to, like, work with someone else that also is a creative and making a project. First year of just running the brand, like we did 15 collaborations. So like I love like just like doing collaborations, being very collaborative. I like working with the community. Talking about collaboration and like you're like for how fast and like gradual your brand is growing, right? Like give me a little bit of a background story or like before you really got into Community Gardens, like what was your transition in life that got you to even start the brand, and at what age would you say you started the brand? I did the brand like probably 27.
Okay,
27. Like way later. Like Community Gardens like only had it for the last few years. Yeah.
Man,
27, 28. Yeah. It's been for like 2-3 years doing the brand.
Right. That's what's up. Yeah.
So like first year, like it was just like doing it on the side.
Right.
Like while I was going to work and things like that.
Yes, sir.
Working the dealership life. Yeah.
Salesman. You're a good salesman, bro. I'll tell you that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
You're a great salesman.
Was in that world for a long time. That's like where I got a lot of everything. Like I learned a lot of skills from that, and like it made me want to learn a lot of skills from, just the sales world and things like that.
Right.
Yeah, so like I was doing that on the side. I would literally be driving from the dealership after the dealership, going to events and trying to grow the brand and things like that until Late Night Vintage Market opened up, which was in Capitol Hill.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever been there.
No, I've been up to Capitol Hill, but I haven't been to the vintage
Late Night Vintage Mall.
No,
Yeah,
no.
so it's open 5 now. I think 6 days a week. It was originally 6 days a week. I think they went back to that, but it's open until midnight, like 6 days a week. And there's 20. Like originally there was like 20 different vendors inside. So it's like multiple different rooms where you get to go inside and like.
Wait, so is it like a huge space where people get the chance to?
Yeah.
Have
It's
their
like,
own little.
It's literally like
pop-up?
4 different rooms, like two different stories. But like when you go downstairs, there's like 3 different rooms. So like you just had literally there's 20 different vendors like in that space. Like it's huge. Yeah.
I gotta check it out.
So I had this like weird space next to a door. So I rented out this space. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to use this space and like for community gardens.
Right.
So that's when I was only doing tote bags, and I displayed all the totes. I started, reselling a couple things, like mostly like Mariners, like pro player, like jackets, just because like I would wear them too. I'd wear them, rock them, and things like So,
yeah. It's crazy talking about the tote bags. Like, what was the idea behind that, bro? Like, I feel like you just one of the first people I met that even had an idea, invested behind tote bags. Like, what was the whole idea behind that?
I come from the marketing like world, and like for me, if I gave you a T-shirt, you're gonna wear it once a week because you're gonna, you want to be fresh,
right?
So you're gonna wear it once a week. You're not gonna be seeing it twice a week, really. Maybe at the gym or something like that. But if I gave you a tote bag, you might use it all 7 days without noticing. And that might just become your gym bag. And you don't even notice it. You know what I mean?
For real.
And then you see me like 6 months later and you're like, dude, fuck, dude, I had like, then you realize when I'm like, hey, how's the tote bag been? And then you're like, oh shit, dude, I've been fucking using that thing like every fucking day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it just gave me better exposure, and it was just less cost.
Right.
So less cost into like material production, and then I don't know. It was just better.
I think about it,
and no one else did
it. It's
it.
such a strong marketing too, because like they get so used to seeing that logo, right? And they're using that bag all the time. If you actually like if they had a chance to see whether it's like your clothing or somewhere or like anything of yours somewhere, it's gonna click like, oh, I got a bag like that.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It's just like, you know what I mean? It's like a spark. So I think that's an amazing idea, and that's an amazing story. Like so that people keep it and use it a whole lot more. So are you still doing tote bags, or what's the
we
game
just
plan?
did a tote bag with Royal Tree, so we're doing a 420 drop. That's we had you guys out at the farm today.
Hell yeah, that was fun.
I'm wearing the shirt right now. It has the same green as the Royal Tree. Like this is the reserve label, so it's the same green.
Right.
And then we just did the tote bag where literally the tote bag has their UBI number, so it's the tracking number. It has the reserve logo, which is their higher end.
Right.
So it's their small batch, like premium label.
Yep.
And then just having their, small batch trimmed with care.
Man, that's actually
message.
that's
so,
actually cool.
I love the tote bag. Like the tote bag even says like premium flour. Like it says the weight 3.5 grams, so it's like an eighth bag.
Right.
Yeah, and then I just want to give a different style to it. But a lot of people who've been doing tote bags, like I've been seeing like canvas tote bags. I'm like I ran with a lot of canvas tote bags, but we're out here in the Northwest. A lot of activities if you're going like hiking or the beach or things like that. So I've been using this different bags made out of poly that's like it just handles weather like really well. Like you can just spray it with water and things like that. Yeah. So like that's the bag we use for our collab with Royal Tree. Yeah.
It's crazy because we talk a lot about collaboration, especially when it comes to you. Like you're amazing at that, right? Like you mentioned that when you started the brand, like at what point in time do you feel like it was time to like reach out or like start to get these collaboration? Was it like something you already had in mind, or you already started?
It started from the beginning.
For real?
Yeah. It started from the very beginning. So originally the brand Community Gardens, I want to showcase the community. I was gonna do a 420 drop,
right?
So where I was gonna source the flower from Canna Organics, and then have a design by someone from Tacoma, and then sold at Emerald Leaves, which at the time, in my knowledge, was the only 100% black-owned dispensary. And there was a store that was next to it that I've rented out before, where I didn't have a brand yet, and I was just wanting to test like retail. So I would buy different like Northwest brands. So I'd buy Can't Blame the Youth, Alive and Well, Abbott's Field and Flannel, like ETC, like just Northwest brands,
right?
You know, just to be like I had my Goods hoodies and things like that, where I could just talk about the Northwest. Man. I wanted to be that kind of hub, so I wanted to use 100 different. Like, we were just going to do a limited of 100 different eighth jars that were designed by a Tacoma artist. And I was going to be the bud tender for the first hour, you know, and then have the clothing pop up next door. Right. So the collaboration was always there. Yep. We didn't end up not doing that because I didn't have a license, which, like, you know, I didn't have like 50K, like 100K. You know, yeah, I don't have it like that. But, yeah. But, yeah, so, like, that was the beginning of it. And then my first drop is a collaboration with my homie. You know, like, shout out to the homie, like, Underrated Tacoma. Right. You know, like, he literally, like, he helped me figure out my designs and everything like that. You know, like, he said, like, literally, like, we sat there, figured out community gardens, and we, like, did a different bunch of logos and different things like that to get it right. But the first one wasn't the actual, like, that traditional, like that text. So it took us a while to get there. Like, the first one, I just released it. Still to this day, like, I'll look at that tote bag and I was like, that one was whack. You know what I mean? Like, but I just had to get it out there.
Right.
Had to get it out there. Saw too many videos where it was like, this artist pop off because they released their song and they're like, how'd you feel when you released about it? Actually, I didn't want to release it. Yep. You know? So then I was like, I just got to get it out there and I'll learn from it. Did the first one. Like, some people got them really like you know,
it's crazy how, like, you study, like, making all these plays, right? And one thing about Heard It Here First, bro, we always, like, we want you to help someone out there. Like, we want you to, like, share experiences of, like, you as a person, right? So you get the chance to work with all these brands, you get the chance to do all these amazing things. You're doing more collaborations and all of that, right? Like, for you as a person, like, how would you define yourself? How do you define your day to day, right? Your work ethic towards all these things, like what's the mindset behind it, and how you also, like, keeping your mental and yourself together throughout all these processes? Because I know there's always a bright side to everything, and everyone have these amazing stories, and, you know, maybe, you know, ups and downs always in the journey, but, like, you as a person, like, how do you go by with it, and mentally, how do you keep yourself cooling, man? What would you say?
Me, talking to myself positively, you know, like, writing down my goals, like, you know, like, saying, like, you can do this, and, like, literally, like, not doubting, and, like, having those goals laid out, like, that's helped me a lot.
Right.
Like, literally, like, you guys been to my place. You guys see the whiteboards that I have. Come on, I would, like, you know, like, all three of those are filled out. You know what I mean? So it's real. Like, I literally, like, we'll have to get done this, you know what I mean? So, like, me putting out all that, like, helps me feel good. Right. You know, like, if there's something in my head, if I get it on paper or I get it on the board, now I feel better about it, because I feel like, all right, I already know it's there. Now I'm not just thinking about it the whole time, and, like, I feel like sometimes, like, if I don't write it down, I just keep stacking multiple things. I'd be forgetful about things, and then that thing will just fall through the cracks. Yep. So, doing different things, like I did. I'm not a runner, but I ended up doing, like, Arterix Run Club, like, at the end of, like, February. Like, I remember, like at that time, like, you know, like I was, like, running, like, at, like, different, like, you know, like, I was running kind of consistently. Like, I was leaving my place, going down to the pier, and, like, you know, kind of getting my running on. The emotion. You know, like, the run club's, like, last Monday of every month at Discovery Park. And they have, like, a 3 mile, like, crew, and then they have a 5 mile crew. I ran with the 3 mile crew. You know, there's a feeder in the back, you know, the person to be, like, the last person to make sure, like, no one's left behind. I was behind that person. But I was out there. I finished, dude.
Bro, that's the thing, though. You got up and you had an ambition to get up and go do it.
No, you know why I did? Because it was dark as fuck. And the group was leaving. I was like, I can't be out here. It was fear, dude. Oh, man.
Nah. I will tell you, the having the strength to get up and do it is where it's at, bro.
Yeah.
Is where it's at. And one thing I noticed about you, too, like, you know, we all hand out flowers. And, like, I always, like, one thing I always tell people, like, everyone I lock in with or, like, talk to is, like, always on a different path, right? They're so creative in their own way. They have their own thing going on. And one thing I noticed about you is that most of what you do with your brand is all, like, your logo or, like, your T-shirts, and everything is made by you and ideas is made by you. Like, is that something that you just, like, always come up with, or you try to brainstorm with other people? How do you come up with, like, some of your designs, or, like, especially when you're doing these collaborations?
Well, so a story with this collaboration, there was a different design for this shirt,
right,
that I worked on, and, like, I made it kind of, like, collegiate and things like that, and, like, it just wasn't the vibe. You know what I mean? So with the collaboration, if it's your brand I'm collaborating with, we both have to be excited. You know what I mean?
Nah,
like,
for
both
sure.
of us have to be excited about the blank, about the design, about the drop. You know what I mean? So, like, there was a time where I was like, oh, we're going to run with this one. And then, like, I just wanted honest opinions. And he was like, dude, I'm not, like, excited. Like, I was like, are you excited? Like, I'm not excited. You know? Like, I have to hear, like, I was like, hey, man, like, this is, like, our collaboration. I want to make sure you're excited too. How's this? And then it didn't click, and I was like, I switched it up, and then we used OG logos, and then traditional logos, and we were just like, that's the one. And I was like, all right, sick. You're excited, I'm excited. Now this works, you know. It can't just be like, I think this is sick, we're sticking with my way. Like, we're collaborating, that's what a collaboration is. It's both sides winning. Like, you know, that's what a relationship is. Like, both sides are winning.
Yeah, that is amazing, bro. Like, because you always got to make sure it's a fair game, you know, and it keeps things growing a whole lot faster, you know. And, you know, just talking about your brand, bro, like, having community as like a, you know, the first name, that's really what I always go for, bro. Like, I want to create a community or place, a platform, somewhere where we can feel safe to share whatever we got going on, right?
Yeah.
And that word community is such a strong word. Like, how would you define that? Like, how do you connect yourself with that word and your brand? Like, how does community defines what you got going on? Man,
community is everything. You know, like, it's the conversations, it's the terms, it's the, you know, it's how we connect with people. Like, you're into this, I'm into this. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. Like, just connecting with people and, like, being like you. I have this area where I can talk with people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Nah,
like,
for sure.
So it's just, like, growing that, and, like, man, I love community. Like, you know, like it's going, like, as much as it is, but, like, I literally, like, that's what, like, I'm building it for. You know, like, I heard, like, Bobby 100 say, like, like, he felt lost or he didn't have his community, but then building his brand, he found his community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What services would you say your brand provide to the community? Like, if you were to define, because, like, you are so, like, I don't know, like, you know, you got your hands in different places. You just don't think in the box. You are out the box, right?
Okay.
So what kind of services you think your brand brings to the community?
Man, I think we get to tell everyone things that they don't know about the community, you know?
Right.
Like, just to, like, tell you about different brands, different stories, and, like, pieces have stories on them. You know, like, on the Recess tote bag we used the Jordan 1 silhouette with the black bar on it, and it's the same bar that Michael Jordan used when he got banned from wearing his shoes.
Right.
So we got to use that to tell the story, but we put Recess inside the bar. You know, we did the Air Max Day shirt where we had the original building that inspired the Air Max, and we also had the building that paid homage to Likelihood. So It's like, we like to tell stories.
Yep.
So what I get to provide is, shout out to Throwbacks Northwest, like, I get to preserve the culture,
Right.
you know, that we have out here. So like I get to do these collaborations and like that's what it is.
Yeah, you know,
like I get to give people like they didn't know about this before, and also creating events where it's like,
bro,
I just get to show you everything. I want you to feel Seattle. I want you to feel the Northwest when you're at the event. You know,
Right.
whatever it is, like either we're drinking like Firecraft beer that says Seattle on it, Seattle Saison, or you're smoking some fire, you know what I mean? Like some
Right.
Seattle fire. Like, you know what I mean? Like some Northwest fire. Like it's just like I want you to feel that when you're there, like when we're having the pizzas and things like that, like when we have at the event. Like I want you to feel Seattle when you're at my event.
Right.
Like I want you to just be like, dude, I was in the Northwest.
Yep.
You know, like and that's what people
that's for
felt.
sure, though.
You know, like that's what people
Definitely.
feel. Like they're like, I bring out a different style where we bring in the different subcultures. Yeah. So
I've been to some of your events, and I already know I know how you come in, and I know exactly how that is. Like, you know, creating that network with community, yourself, you know, like being able to put out their images that people can remember, and like bringing people together. Like even the pop-up show, man, that was sick. Like, you know what I mean? Like I you know, I'm gonna ask, like, you know, you and Diamond, that was like my question actually was gonna be, what was your favorite brand that you have worked with?
that I've worked with.
Yeah, because you were collabed with a
Well,
lot of different brands, right?
You know, I'll say
I don't want
every brand is always like, you know, because everyone it's a different story.
Right.
So everyone, like, I can't choose my favorite. You know what I mean?
I
But
feel
it's
you, though.
always the current one I'm working with. You know what I mean?
That's gonna
like
always
I
be there.
just dropped this. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about what I'm just dropping. You know, like I'm excited about what I'm just dropping, but like.
But
Like doing something with Likelihood. They just had Air Max Day. That was
Right.
the first pop up I did last year.
Yeah.
They brought me back, and I got to do an Air Max Day shirt. You know, that had
Right.
Likelihood on it. I gave one to Aaron and Daniel, who are the owners of the Likelihood. So
that's
it's
dope.
like
That's dope.
I gave it to the team. Like, you know what I mean? So it was like
yeah. And
that was super cool, and also like of course Diamond. Like I
Yeah,
talked to
yeah.
Nikki
How's the pop-up?
like a week, like less than a week ago or a week ago. Yeah, and like he's gave me some advice, and like, you know, like forever indebted to him for sure.
Yeah, no, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah, so
like
everyone's my favorite collab. You know, come on, shout out to everyone.
shout out to everyone. Hey, so at this time, bro, let me know what you like. Let us know what you got going on. Like, you know, what can we expect from you in the long run, bro? Like all these great collaborations, different, you know, different cannabis brand, you know, different clothing brands, you know, you're collaborating with, you know, different creators, you know, shout out to the video we did, different, you know, kind of like you're definitely in the space right now. You're putting your face out there. You're letting people know what's up, and this is what's going on. And this is the reason why we're sitting here today, because we both had that connection of like, how can we give these information, because they're there, you know?
Yeah.
How can we share with someone else to like figure out, like, you know, we're just giving game. If you want it, you take it. If it, you know what I mean? Whatever makes sense for you, you know? So
I would say, you know, for game, like always shoot your shot.
right.
You know, like always shoot your shot. Like the way I got like all my collaborations, I always shot my shot. Like how I got the collaboration with Nicky Diamonds
Right.
was literally he posted that he was in Seattle. He
Yeah.
was like 20 years at Zoomies. Love our partnership for 20 years. Beautiful day in Seattle. I'm already following Nick, you know? So I'm like, I commented like 30, 40 minutes in. I'm like, hey man, like I'm a local brand. Can I give you a care package? And then like 10, 20 minutes, he hits back, like, where you at? I was like, oh shit. I give him 2 locations, and then he hits me back up, where you at? And I was like, oh fuck. Like, his homie ended up hitting me up, and he was like, hey man, Nick's phone's on the charger. We're at Deep Dive, which is under the Amazon Sphere in South Lake Union.
Right.
So it's like a block away from Likelihood. I'd drive straight down there, you know, get a goodie bag. Like I gave him like a recess bag, the tote bag, our 16 ounces, 100% organic cotton hoodies, which he was like, dude, like these are heavy. I was like, these are 16 ounces. And he was like, oh shit. Like that was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing his reaction.
Nah, 100%.
And I gave him my heavyweight mesh basketball shorts, which he got the purple ones, and no one has the purple ones. Like I only made one of each, and I gave one to him. We're the same size. Yeah, so like
it'd be like that.
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. So like I gave him that, and like he asked me about the brand and things like that, and we just stayed in contact. Like he would send me photos like of him and the family. Like he would be rocking my shorts, or like he'd be wearing my hat, like during like a family photo and things like that, like Halloween photo, and like it was crazy because I was working at Vovo at the time, Vovo in Seattle, and Vovo flew me out to Dana Point, which Dana Point is like an hour, 2 hours out from LA.
Right.
And then I was doing like, I was a sales manager, so I was doing like the Vovo training and stuff like that. And then I had an open day because they had me at 2 different trainings. So they were like, all right, you have this day open. You just got to be in Irvine at 5 p.m. for this dinner. I was like, all right, sick. I'm still staying at the resort at Dana Point. I drive straight to LA at like 9 a.m. or something like that. I'm up in LA, and then I get to hang out, and then I go to Diamond. Nick's obviously not there. He's a busy guy, you know? But I took a photo, and I was like, you know what I mean? Just because like, I was like, dude, like, this is what I fuck with, you know what I mean? Like, you're the only person, like, when I gave him the gift, like, it was like an hour later, like, I got a photo back of him already wearing the gear.
Yeah.
Like, I think he was on the way to the airport. Like, he was already wearing my hoodie and the trucker hat I gave him, you know? Like, that was sick. And then when I'm in LA and I took a photo of the Diamond store and I posted it, he reposted it, and then he was like, "Bro, let's link up." I was like, "Fuck, dude, I got a dinner. Like, I'm here for fucking work."
Yeah,
Have it like that. You can't.
For real. It's business.
Yeah, man. And then he sent me a photo like same day I'm out there. He sent me a photo of him wearing my hat. Like when he was like, "Where you at?" And then he sent me a photo, like screenshot of him wearing my hat. And I was like, oh shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's fucking like
that's sick. That's love,
sick,
though.
You know what I mean? Absolutely. So, you know, we just kept going back and forth. Like, I was like, oh fuck, dude. Like, for me, I gotta like ask him in person. You know what I mean? For the collaboration, I was like, no, that's how it's gotta work. How's he gonna say yes? Me just messaging on IG? Fuck no. Like, I gotta go out there in person.
No, that's sick.
So
bro.
like I went to like Family Feast Style, which Family Feast Style is ran by the Hundreds, which they'll bring out like different like clothing brands, and then they'll do collaborations with like food brands.
Yep.
So they'll like, you know, they'll have like a food, like it's fucking sick. It's like a foodie festival, a streetwear festival. I went out there, like I couldn't meet Nick, and then I went out there again. I remember it was like after this like anniversary party. I slept. I missed the first flight. You know what I mean? But Nick couldn't meet that day anyway. I got the next day flight. You know, if you reschedule like within like right after you miss a flight, they'll reschedule you for free.
Right.
So I got the reschedule, and then I flew out there, and then like Nick was like, "Yo, dude, like let's let's meet tomorrow. Like I got to shoot tomorrow, like photo shoot." And I was like, "Yeah, let's do tomorrow. Easy, you know."
Right.
Like he's like in the morning. I don't hear from him, and I'm like, fuck, dude, he's a busy dude. So I'm like, fuck, like, all right, homie's busy, you know, for sure. I mean,
but you were so locked in at that point. You just had to, you know.
Yeah, but I was like, all right, dude, homie's busy. I just got to go like hang out, chill.
Right.
My homie pulls up to the hotel I'm staying at. He's pulling up in his fucking Honda beater. You know what I mean? Like, and like it's fucking like, you know, paint all everything, you know what I mean? Like I loved it, you know. Pulls up to the hotel. Everyone at the hotel is looking at me like, what? Like, you know what I mean? It's a nice hotel. I hop in my boy's car. We go get pizza at Prince Street. Prince Street's in like East LA. So we go get East Hollywood or whatever. West Hollywood. And then we go get pizza, and then Nick hits me up. He's like, dude, I'm on my way. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, dude, you need to drive me back to the hotel. We go back to the hotel, and dude, I bought Tiffany dunks just to like be out there. Right. So like we back to the hotel. I'm already wearing the Tiffany dunks, and I'm just like out there, like go to the hotel room. And it's like, dude, I'm out and downstairs, and then like go down there. He's in his blacked out Range Rover. Everyone at the hotel, because like they just saw me hop out of my homie's like Honda beater. Then they see Nick pull up in his like blacked out Range, and they're like, you're having a good time. I was having a great, nice great weather, time, you know. Yeah. So I was at Dream Hollywood. We go upstairs to the rooftop. We're like, well, first Nick gets out the car, sees me wearing the shoes. He's like, nice shoes. So I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I bought these just to hear that. Nah, for real. You have everything calculated. Proper, man. And then we went to the rooftop. He told me like how he used to have parties there and stuff like that, like Dream Hollywood. We're at the bar. we get drinks. Like, he gets us 2 drinks, and like before I say anything, he's like, "When are we gonna collaborate?" And I'm like, fucking
That's your favorite word.
Sick, dude. Yeah. But I listen to him. Like, I listen to his podcasts and things like that.
Right.
Where like I heard him say like, yo, dude, I don't like collaborations. If they take too long, you kind of lose that energy, you know?
That's facts.
So he was like, when should we do a collaboration? This is the last week of October because my older brother's birthday is like the 26th of October. I stayed out there like I saw my brother literally the next day. So fuck, dude. We went to Fred again, but literally like last week of October, and Nick's like, dude, when do you want, I was like, dude, December 10th. And he was like, what? He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, December 10th. And then he was like, shut up. So you want me to handle production? I was like, no, I want to handle production. Because like I want to use the organic cotton hoodies. It's going to be cold as fuck in Seattle. You know, it's December, dude. December, cold as fuck. Yeah, it was fucking cold. So like, I got to handle that, so it was pretty cool. But while we were there, he's like, dude, I'm about to go to a photo shoot because he did a collaboration with Illis. Illis is like a car brand, like a car streetwear, like brand, like culture, like community.
Right.
They have like global stores and things like that. They've been in the game for so long. I remember wearing like an Illis hat, like backwards and into like a currency show, you know?
Yeah,
like, way back. But shit, dude, like literally like. It was fucking crazy because like we go to the photo shoot, I'm in the car with Nick, so we just get like 20 minutes of like 30 minutes of us just like to talk and shit. You know what I mean? Chop
right.
It up.
That's the pitchy moment right there where you gotta get.
It's not even pitch. It was just like hanging out, dude. Like I'm not, because we already like talked about doing the collaboration.
Right.
You know what I mean? While we're talking about doing the collaboration, he calls his boy who runs all the like I think he runs like the sales, like everything for that. You know, like the drops and logistics. Dude, he called me. He's like, hey, dude, we're going to do a collaboration with my friend Leo up in Seattle. I'm like, I'm out there. You know what I mean? I'm geeking. I'm like, oh, shit, dude, we're friends. Like,
nah, for real.
That's my boy.
Though.
You know what I mean? Dude, Nick's my fucking guy, dude. Like,
at that point, you already passed all of it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, bro, like, what would you say? Where do you see, like, community gardens within the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, we want to do, I don't kind of see it kind of like, I mean, I want to say like 5 year out thing, like, you know what I mean? Because things might change, things might shift. At the moment right now, like creating the brand and creating like community, like really representing the communities. Like when we're able to choose different things that represent different cities, like that's what I'm trying to like build and resonate with people.
Exactly.
Like I'm going to do, this is kind of far out, but this is in September. There's going to be SneakerCon in New York. And we've been talking with Cafe Vita about doing something. They have a cafe in Brooklyn. So I was thinking about activating something out there. There's these turmeric probiotic shots and like drinks that I've been drinking by Gnard. They're like GNRG. You know, I kind of want to butcher.
Familiar. I think I know what you're talking
It's the turmeric
about.
shots I've been taking and like the drinks. They send me like care packages. So like they're also from New York. So I've been talking about doing like activation and a shirt drop with them. So that's ultimately what I want to do, is go to different cities and then doing those collaborations that resonate with the cities, like people who are actually from the community, you know? So like if I can go to New York, make something just for New York. I'm talking to a brand in Portland, just make something for Portland, have that PDX on there. Because when you go to Portland, people don't call it Portland, you know? They're, oh, you can PDX, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I want that on a bag, and I just like, or I want it like on a shirt or something like that.
No, that makes sense.
So, going to these different cities and really like connecting with the people. Man, so that's the main thing, man.
That's dope, bro. Yeah. That's dope. You know, like I think about everything we got going on, and like from how we linked up, and I saw you at SneakerCon. Like you already are in the community. I think you were visiting every event. Like you put yourself out there. Like, would you say, like, how would you define your strategies right now? Like, I don't want to get too in depth, but like how you move, like, are you at a phase where like, people can reach out to you? Are you willing to work with other people? Or you just specifically just working with certain group of people? Like, what would you say is the mindset right now when it comes to the brand? Oh, your collaboration status.
It's just making things with friends.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, making things with friends. Literally, like, people I'm doing collaborations with their friends. You know, that's what it's about. Like Max, you know what I mean? Like you met Max today,
Yeah,
like you
that
know
was
what I mean?
crazy.
So like we're boys, you know what I mean? Like now, like it's just like that's what it is. So it's just creating with people that resonate with me, or like, you know what I mean? We're just like, dude, this is cool.
Yep.
Like I like what you're doing. I like how you represent yourself. They like what I'm doing, how I represent myself or my brand.
Yeah.
And then we just end up collaborating, you know? So it's all like, man, like I'm always open for collaborations. They have to make sense.
Yeah.
Like we just have to be like homies at the end of the day. A lot of people I've had collabs get asked. It's just it's building that relationship. You know what I mean? Like I have to actually like know, you know what I mean? We actually have to like you know what I mean? Come to my event before like you know, show love before like you're like, dude, like let me like let's do all this.
He's like, even they gotta be even out. You know what I'm saying? It totally gotta be.
We gotta be
even
both
out, bro,
winning.
for sure.
So it's like, you know,
sure.
like if you're asking me for a collab, like just because like I'm hot in the moment, or like I'm not even hot in the moment or anything like that. But when you're asking me for a collab, where it's like,
yeah,
you haven't been to any of my things or like any support, so it's just like,
man,
I'm open to anyone. We have a lot of collaborations coming out. We have Cafe Vita. We have like Via Triminali, which is like #1 like pizza.
right.
Wood Fire Pizza out in Queen Anne and also Capitol Hill. We're gonna have you know, maybe a cousin like Community Gardens Pizza. Come on.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Man,
But,
you're already doing everything.
Cafe Vita, we're gonna do maybe like a custom latte. You know, come on.
Yeah,
It's doing stuff like that. Like I want people to know about these collaborations before I'm dropping about them, just so they can kind of just see it all happen. Just because, you know, like. I told you guys this in the car. Like, I don't work harder than anyone else. Like, I work hard, but I don't work harder than anyone else. The thing is, I work more with anybody else than anybody else. Like, I just work with a lot of people. You know what I mean?
real.
Like, it's just always like, dude, diehard collaboration fan. You know what I mean? Like the brand, if the brand was in Community Gardens, it would have been Collaboration Gardens. You know, like,
100%, bro. You know, talking about brands and collaboration, bro. Like at this point, bro, let us know how we can find you, man. How we can reach you, social media wise. You know, even pop ups and stuff like that. What do you have? What do you got in store? What can you know?
Yeah, so we got 420. So we are dropping this with Royal Tree, their reserve line, so their premium flower line. We are making the shirt with them. This is a 8.2 ounce, 100% cotton, and we are dropping it at 420 at Fast Fashion in Queen Anne. So come out 420 from 3 to 7,
right?
And we're just gonna have some vibes. You know, they are next to a park, so it's you know. Happy 420, but you know they're next to a park, so we're gonna have our if we want any like pizza from Masonry or anything like that, Fast Fashion, like they're right there,
right?
Yeah. So yeah, man.
So what it is? Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Instagram is going to be Community Gardens _NW for Northwest,
right.
And I think that's just across the boards on TikTok and things like that. Usually find me on Instagram. I've been starting my Substack, so I'm just kind of trying to write more. That's only if you want to kind of dive into my writing. So it's like just me like explaining each piece is kind of more in depth than kind of like Instagram. Sometimes I kind of just want to explain the whole thing. You know, like I'd be writing novels about my drops.
100%.
Yeah.
And I'm sure gonna tab Leo information in the bottom of this video. So guys, make sure you check him out. Make sure you check Community Gardens. Like, man, this is insane, bro. There's so much you got going on. And if you already made it this far, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click that like and ring the bell on top too.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
We got our Hash the Art Show drop. So it was a t-shirt where we made with Ganja God Juan. So he draws the trichomes on hash and things like that. So when you're smoking cannabis, like I don't know, like how many of you guys smoke weed and things like that, like you know, like just knowing your different things that you're smoking. So your oils, you're having distillate, hydrocarbon, and then you're having solventless.
Right.
So when you're like distillate's kind of like the bottom end, like crude and things like that, and then you have hydrocarbon, which is extracted with gases with propane and butane. You know, if it's live resin, that means they just live is anything that they just chop straight from the flower. As soon as you chop it, like cut it from when it's at its grown state, then it starts oxidizing. So then they fresh freeze it.
Right.
So then there's solventless. Solventless is made with water, ice, and heat. So they wash it in these micron bags, break through the heads, and then have this hash, and then they dry the hash, and then they make rosin, the cleanest way you can smoke. And we just made a collaboration with Juan that showcases that on the back of the shirts. It shows like the trichomes breaking off the heads and things like that. So we're just trying to tell the culture in a different way, where it's like, you know, this is single source. Single source means a farm is literally growing their own things, and they're also washing it and making their own extracts with it. Right. So these guys, like, they only do solventless. You know, you guys went to the facility today. How'd you feel about it?
Nah, for real. I was gonna say before we even leave, like, you have to tell me the quick background story behind you and Royal Tree and how you even, you know, end up working with these guys. And it was an amazing experience, you know, visiting the farm. It was my first time, you know. It was definitely new. Like, it was amazing, though. Yep. I'll tell you that, because it's like, it's crazy to see like the whole background and like how it is and like the science behind it and like what it really takes to be where it's at. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell people, like, I'm in a learning phase of my life. You know, like, I'm in a space where just like I'm learning from every little bit of information out there. I'm going to take it in. I'm going to try to, like, you know, experience it and see what's going on, how I can make it better for myself. You know what I'm saying? So, like, being in that room and just working with, you know, Max and all of that, like, you know, just learning from what was going on. It was a quite amazing experience beyond the fact of the cameras. But, you know, that was sick, man. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you for that opportunity. And I feel like there's so much you got to offer when it comes to, like, expressing your collaboration or like your community status or like things that you run in events and stuff like that, trying to bring creators together. Like, I think that is, like, you know, super, super amazing. And we're going to have more and more time. I feel like we're going to have more time on the podcast. This is just the first time, right?
Absolutely.
Maybe in a couple months or maybe like a year from now.
Debrief or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we will be on a different spectrum and like expressing our ideas in a different, you know, in a whole different way, bro. So, you know, it's crazy. Give me that background story on you and Royal Tree real quick.
So Royal Tree, I've just always seen them in the market, always had respect for them. Right. You know, like, they're our premium flower. So they're just known for their flower. Like, they did hash, but they had like someone else run their hash. Like they would give it to someone else to wash it and things like that. And now they do it all in house, and they have like the fire team that like originally, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's good. Like, we just built, like, I just reached out to them and was like, man, Washington needs this. Yeah. Like, we need a 420 drop. We need something just to bring us all together. Like, I want to see a 420 drop where we see a lot of other people doing other things in different cities. Like, dude, we smoke. You know what I mean? Like, we're out here, man. Like, we're like 420 is like huge culture out here. Like, like just cannabis culture in general. Like, I've seen it from medical scene into now what's like, you know, all the legalization. Like, I want to bring in a space where people are like, dude, like, get to go hang out with other people who fuck with like fire weed. You know what I mean? This is their premium line, the reserve. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, it's beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so we, you know, like, look at the green that we use. We use the same green on the shirts. We used a premium shirt at 8.2 ounce just to be like, this is a premium label line. Yeah. You know, the shirt's selling for $44.20, you know what I mean? We kept that 420 in it, you know what I mean? Like, we like this drop, like, I just want to showcase a good flower brand, you know, and like, you know, like being able to still tell their story and showing that it is a high quality brand using a high quality tea. Like, when you're seeing their farm and things like that, they're at like a different scale and level where people don't think about the weed like that, where they're doing tissue culture. You know, tissue culture is when you're grabbing the plant and you're bringing it down to like its original tissue where it has no illnesses or anything like that. So you get to preserve your plant. They have it on that level. They're a DIY. Like, they did a lot of their things with family, friends, and like building their things themselves. So you're really buying, like, you know, you're buying from people who care and like who take it like very seriously. Like, when we're looking at the graphs and we're able to see like the dryness in soils and things like that, you know, like nutrients and things like that, and then like trying to figure out the problem and things like that, like, they just bring it to another level where it's like, this is serious craft. And like, you know what I mean? Like, we're trying to give you the, you know, the high-end restaurant experience. You have it here, it's going to be the same here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you heard it here first, man. You heard it here first, man. So, Leo, today, my last question to you is, man, you've been doing a lot. You got a lot of collaboration. You You have experienced the culture in Seattle. You are network with people. There's so many different things that people always get to say about the city, or like how relationship are, maybe the Seattle Freeze thing and all of that, man. So like beyond just Seattle, just your mindset and your business and being an entrepreneur, like what is one thing that you want to, leave us with to keep that one entrepreneur out there who, you know what I'm saying, striving through the same motion, trying to figure it out, trying to make it work, trying to make it possible. Leave us with something that, that we can remember to keep us going through. Because I feel like we all got a journey, and like just hearing your side of the story today is quite fascinating. So, give me something, man. What you got, bro?
Believe in yourself. Like if you're at a day job right now, it's okay. Make your day job apply to your dream job. Right. So keep working towards it. Keep working towards that goal. Really doing what you genuinely love and just trying different things. Like me, like to help me get motivated, I'm doing so many, like I just want to try different things.
Right.
Like I did the cold plunge this morning at 7:15, jumping into the cold ass water at Golden Gate Gardens, like fucking diving into the water, then driving my homie to do his hash show, like getting set up and everything. I pick him up right after I do that and then just drive him there and then just get everything else going. And then come picking you guys up and then we're going straight to the farm. You know what I mean? I had a whole day before we even started the day.
Exactly. That's motion,
so,
man.
you know what I mean? Like it's just, positive self-talk. You got to be delusional. Like, you got to be delusional, man. Like believe in yourself. If you genuinely like, this is your craft, this is what you love doing, and this is what you want to keep doing, keep going after it. Believe in yourself. Be your number one friend, and like you are what you think you are. So be positive, believe in yourself, and like don't doubt. Like really go after it and fucking stay hungry, man.
Exactly,
come on, this is a game of hustlers. You can't hustle a hustler. Come on, man.
Hey, thank you so much, Leo. Sure. Thank you so much for being here, man. Heard it here first. We appreciate you, man. Thanks so much. Like all the ideas, and I feel like there's so much to take in right now, and there's so much we're gonna get into. And working with you, I think this is just the beginning, bro. I'm looking forward to like dropping more content with, with the brand, and you working with us, and just kind of keep this momentum and whatever we got going, bro. Because that word community is all what it's about. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to build. We're trying to create something more bigger than what we got. So thank you so much for being here, man. You heard it here first. You heard it here live. It's your host, DJ Max, my boy Leo.
Hey, guys. Hey, come grow with the garden.
Hey, come grow with the garden. And you already know, man. Make sure you always reach out, hit that like, comment, subscribe, and peace.
Peace.